Well, it appears that once again, Twitch has somehow managed to lose most of my stream from yesterday, but I will say that we are playing Blue Gremlin, playing Endless Sky. Our ship is the Blue Gremlin. We've got a Firebird called the Wave Piercer, which is set up with heavy lasers as a escort, and then still have the two Grasshopper interceptors that we picked up in high space with their pulse cannons. Uh, we've been doing a real good job with this setup, taking out um, lots of medium uh, pirates and capturing them and selling their ships. We just recently completed a escort of the subsidiary uh, tourist ship, and they gave us a stuffed toy shaped like the subsidiary. It's adorable, apparently, and I keep this installed on my flagship to show my support for the Subsea and Friends show. Apparently, we also picked up a sniper rifle and an antique rifle. We still have some pulse rifles, and we've got round out with laser rifles. We've got the flashbangs, which are good for defense, keep us from getting captured. We did manage to pick up a modified hyperdrive for our flagship, which allows us greater jump range, and so we're able to cram more stuff on our ship. We've got a luxury suite, we've got a brig, we got 4 outfit scanners. We're doing great. So, current jobs, we still have to go back to Glaze with the report on the 4 um, cruisers, Navy cruisers, that were in Menkent. We are taking a stowaway, I think his name is Timothy to Rand. Uh, Mystery retrieval down here in Maker, and we've also got taking some miners down there and some other passenger transport to Rand and Humanica. Current uh, availabilities of jobs in Aldebaran is all mining stuff. So we're gonna just buzz down here to Delta Capricorni to Maker, the planet Maker, and the pick up our mystery retrieval and drop our passengers. And we'll take some. Let's see. It looks like electronics is going for a good price there, so we'll pick up some electronics to sell, and we'll leave some space free in case we run into any flotsam or jetsam. We don't have any debt at the moment, and there's no ships that we want to buy here. So we're going to just go. And there's our little fleet. I don't know if we're going to run into any pirates on this trip. We're not expecting any, but you never know what you're going to get, even in normally civilized space. This is syndicate space, and they're pretty good about keeping the pirates out of it, at least in the center of it. I'm going to go to fast mode because I don't think we're going to run into anybody, need to do any combat. And we don't. Oh, there's one just appeared. You wish the mining family luck. 14,000 credits. Open a deposit box near your landing site and pick up the mystery package, a small black cube, 2 centimeters to a side, surprisingly heavy for its size, no markings of any kind. As you leave, you make eye contact with a dangerous looking individual. Were they watching you? Probably a coincidence. Oh no. Anything they sell at the outfitter here that we need? They do sell syndicate stock. You find this in syndicate space. It costs 100,000 and it gives you income of 5 credits. It's not really a good bargain. You can get 10 of them. It's 50 credits income, and that costs you 1 million. It would take 200 years, 2,000 days to 2,000 days to pay off. So it's a uh, long-term investment, to say the least. They're very safe, but uh, eh, I'd rather invest in new outfits and new ships. Let's see what we've got for jobs here. Do we have some jobs back to Glaze? Charon Station, Charon Station. What do we have here? We have factories. That's a mining job. Factories. Team of 8 engineers needs transport to a corporate retreat on Amazon, after which they must return to Maker. 92,000 credits. Just buzz over here to Amazon. 92,000 credits. It's 1, 2, 3 jumps. That's not bad. Pay the Fortress of Rust. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Now, this is a very heavy pirate area. We haven't been there, so we don't know what they need or want, but there are 4, 5 items which are very low here. So let's buy some of each of those and see what we get. And we're going to go out of fast mode because we're probably going to run into pirates. And if there's something that we can take on, we certainly will. Not seeing any pirates yet. Nothing yet. How about in Amazon? Nope. Phew, so we made it to the planet. No problem. And for days we played host, endless discussions. Yep, hauling engineers. And look at that, we made good money on all of our investments, all of our uh, random things we carried. There's no uh, outfitter here, so can't get a map. Let's look at the spaceport. You notice someone trying to sell a used hyperdrive. It looks like it's been heavily modified. Tell me more about this hyperdrive. Hyperdrive has been modified. This is like the one we have. It's a modified hyperdrive. Allows ship to conserve fuel. Artifacts discovered on alien runs in a planet in the northern frontier. I don't think so. List of humans who understand the inner workings of a hyperdrive is short. None of them have stepped forward for creating this. The price is 90,000. That sounds good. I'll buy it. Thank you for your purchase. Okay, so now it's in our cargo because we don't have a an outfitter here so that we can install it. So let's buy all our cargo going back. And let's take these engineers back and get paid our 92,000. Still not seeing any pirates. jump and we'll be there. Yep, that was uneventful. Team's boss thanks you for a smooth trip. Payment of 92,600. We'll take it. Okay, and we have an outfitter here. Let's put this modified hyperdrive in our uh, Firebird. It takes up a little more space. Um, but it should give us a lot more distance to jump. So that's good. We'll take it. And do we have any jobs here now? Another job going to Rand. 15 tons of optical. What do we have here? A 17 tons to glaze. We'll take that. And look, we've got some more passengers want to go to Quark, planet of Humanica. So we should be good. Let's make the jump to Rand and drop off Timothy. We haven't been there, so we don't know what they need. Do we have the map here? Yes, we do. And this is the where we're very low on 5 items. We'll buy all of those. Fast mode because this close to the center of the Republic space, we get not a lot of pirate activity. We might in Rand, and we don't. All right, pirates, where are you? Drop off our lenses, our passengers, the family you've been transporting. During the trip, Timothy's spirits and health improved, and by the time you arrive on Rand, he seems like a different man. Before he steps out of the airlock, he turns to you one more time. Thank you so much, Captain Gremlin. He shakes your hand. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You've saved my life and given me hope. I won't forget this or you. I could never thank you enough. His eyes glistening, Timothy turns from you and exits your ship. Well, we've made a friend at least. That's good. Let's see how our trading went. We made money on all of them. Such a deal. We got 3 million credits. Spaceport. You stop in the spaceport for a drink. The bar seems to be frequented mostly by the managers of the mining corporation. You suspect the workers don't earn enough to visit a bar very frequently. In one corner, two of the managers are having a very animated discussion. When they see you, they say, "Hello there, Captain. Interested in taking us on a business trip?" What sort of trip?" "To glory, to the Academy of Planetary Sciences," he says. "This world is rich in resources, and we're thinking that if we could only cool down the deserts a bit and get more plants to grow there, it would be a decent place to live. We've been dreaming about this for years, and I think it's time to go pay a terraforming consultant to tell us whether it's actually possible or not. Uh, it's not too far away for me to travel. Sure, I'd be glad to take you there. There's no timetable on it, so these guys might be along for a ride, but that's okay. Game doesn't care. So that's Rand. No other jobs available there. How about up in Glory where we're going? Nope. And we've still got to take that package back to Epsilon Lanes. So our next stop is back into uh, Ald Ald Hebane system to glaze, and we're going, 482 for heavy metals. Big profit. I'll definitely get those. And we're going to check in with that militia officer and see if he has any other jobs for us. And there's definitely pirate activity down here towards the free worlds. We know that. Drop off your cargo of reactor-grade uranium, collect payment. JJ meets you as soon as you land, and you hand over the scanner data in exchange for 50,000 credits. Nice. Thank you again, he says. If you're willing to take on one more recon mission, meet me in the bar. Okay. Let's do it. Spaceport. You meet JJ again in the bar. I have one more reconnaissance mission for you, he says. The Navy is building a base on New Wales, adjacent to the existing spaceport. From what I understand, they're employing thousands of locals to build it, so one more worker walking around would not seem out of place. I need you to walk around the base, take notes on the number and size of the landing pads and hangars, take pictures if you can, and report back to me. What do you say? Sure, I can do that, or what if they arrest me? What if they arrest me? From what I understand, says JJ, the base is not actually closed off to civilians. As long as you keep out of any areas that are marked off limits, you won't be committing any crimes. Okay, I'll do it. Rather than, this is too far, I'm not trespassing on Navy property for you. Yep, I'll do it. I'll be a spy for the free worlds. It'll advance the storyline. And look at this, 414 profit. Any ships here I want to buy? We talked about adding passenger capacity. A Starbus would certainly do that, but I don't think that's exactly what I'm looking for. So no, we could borrow up to almost 5 million credits if there was something we wanted. So job board, light pirate warship, a jump away. We'll take that. Well-armed pirate fighter entering the system. We'll take that. And it looks like we don't have any other thing pressing. We could go over to Quarg, but the Quarg planet, the Humanica Quarg planet. Let's see, wealthy retirees to Geminus, 13 wealthy retirees, 415,000. That sounds nice. And what do we got here? 2 tourists want to see Earth. Okay, and 53 tons of sintered bronze to Oblivion. And then, of course, there's this job up here to Algorel. Let's take that job. There is a shipping job, 70 tons of vodka quickly to Heartland. And then we can do Algorel. Let's do that. All right. And Algorel, it looks like the best profit would be on equipment. I bet they probably wreck a lot of equipment if they're taking 50 tons of vodka on board. Still check our outfitter. Got those fuel tanks. I didn't necessarily wanted 650, not 700. And these guys have 700. So, good. Good, good. Okay. Oh, and does my Firebird have a... Nope. Okay. And there might be a little fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's jump to Savick first. Alright, entering this system. There it is. We captured it. Disabled both of my escorts. Now it destroyed one of my grasshoppers. No, I don't like that. Let's try that again. Sounds like it's carrying a machine gun. $50,000 credits. All right. And let's jump to Savick. There's Clipper. I'll take it. Looks like we're doing good on fuel for everybody. Might actually make it all the way. Nope, Clipper needed to refuel. Heartland, drop off 100,000 credits worth of vodka, and a light pirate warship is attacking merchants that jump away, and a well-armed pirate fighter. So we'll take both of those in case they're here in Algarel system, and we're gonna go spy for the Navy there too. And it looks like they're in need of foods. And neither one of those is there. Let's do this. Let's start off that jump again. And let's go out here first and see if either one of those fighters is out in this uninhabited system first. It is. Excellent. It's a raven. And we got it. Alright, now we go jump down to Alcarel. They have a shipyard here. Hydra Station. Haven't been there. Nope, no shipyard. Outfitter, though. Drop off your crew of cargo of quantum resonators. Alright, we walk through the new section of the spaceport that the Navy is building, trying to look inconspicuous. When it seems that no one is watching, you snap a few photographs. You count 7 hangars large enough to house a carrier. That's huge. And workers are clearing and blasting level surfaces for many more. An entire new village of identical prefabricated houses has sprung up nearby, and every few minutes a warship flies overhead with a roar that shakes the entire mountain. It is an intimidating sight. As you are heading back to your ship after taking note of everything you think JJ would be interested, 2 officers walk past you and you overhear one saying to the other, "Secret message from Fleet Command." You stop to tie your shoe and try to listen in. "What's the message?" asks the other. "I can't tell you here," says the first, and they duck behind one of the storage sheds. Ignore them and return to my ship, or follow them and listen in. Oh, am I going to get arrested? I'll follow them and listen in. You follow the officers into a supply yard and hide behind a large stack of crates. "Lieutenant," says one of them, "we just received word that the Free Worlds have contracted with someone to spy on this facility." "A professional, sir?" "Hardly. My grandmother would make a better spy. It's a merchant captain, clearly an amateur." They are both speaking quite loudly. You are having no trouble listening in. "What are we going to do, sir?" asked the lieutenant. "Nothing. If gawking at our ships were a crime, we'd have half the local population in prison by now. But if this captain should accept any further assignments, we might have to take action." "Should we at least inform this individual that those crates make terrible cover?" asks the lieutenant, grinning. "Oh, great, they know I'm here." "Now, now," says the other officer, "no need to be spiteful." They walk off, leaving you thoroughly embarrassed. Yeah, well, I got the information I needed, and I guess I better not spy on the Navy anymore for them. Let's see what these ships I captured come with. Hopefully, none of them are carrying nerve gas or anything. No, looks pretty standard stuff. Uh, One has a Sidewinder missile launcher, and one has a torpedo launcher, and a Javelin mini pad. I'm going to replace all of that with blasters because I don't like shooting missiles. And let's give them some range, buy them some fuel tanks so that they can keep up. All right. Next, a well armed pirate fighter has named the Punctured Fate. I like the name. Has been attacking merchants a jump away. Well, it could be in any one of 4 directions. We're going this direction, so if it's in that direction, we'll get it. If it's not, we're going to ignore it. And we're going up to Geminus, And they have a need for, they need a lot. Let's do heavy metals. And buy a map. And depart. Nothing. Let's see what we could have. No, that's the only way that makes any sense for us. All right, let's go to fast mode. Got a lot of extra ships. Well, two anyway. There's Geminus. Bid goodbye to the retirees who are somewhat prone to spilling drinks or irritating you whilst attempting to do work. They were otherwise extremely polite and full of highly amusing, though often morally questionable anecdotes. Once the last of their belongings have been safely unloaded, your accounts receive the payment of 475,000 credits from their travel broker. Excellent. All right, we're getting some monies. Spaceport. Do you know the Inferno Dragon? Graffiti? Nope. Job board. Mining job, mining job. Yeah. 19 tons of civilian and we got 5 tourists to glaze. We'll take that. And we'll go up here to Epsilon Lanes and see what we can drop off our mystery retrieval. Looks like they need clothing and see about selling these ships and maybe buying something more appropriate for our needs. And fuel. And we're landing on Valhalla. As instructed, you hand the cube to the first beggar woman you see planetside. She accepts it without a word and leaves. This has to be legal or they couldn't post it on their job board, you remind yourself. Your bank account immediately notifies you that the agreed upon payment of 26,000 credits has been deposited. You wonder how they knew. All right, trading, sell that stuff. Let's go to the spaceport. A group of 3 scientists approach you and asks if you will be headed to the rim anytime soon. We're doing research on Wolf Rayet stars, they explain, and we're hoping to find a captain who can do a flyby of Ildaria. Scientific research in the deep is notoriously well funded, so they will probably pay you quite well. I'm going to take it. I don't know where that is, but we'll find it. All right, shipyard. Let's sell these ships. 1.21 million. I've got 5 million. That is enough to buy another Firebird. Or an Airy. I could carry a bunch of fighters. Again, I don't like using fighters. A Mule is 6, just right at 6 million. But it has 43 passengers. I think I'm going to buy a Mule. Bank, apply for a loan. Always apply for way more than it will let you get, and then you get the full amount. And I'm going to buy a mule. I'm not going to make it my flagship. The Vulpine Herring sparkles and smoke. Eagle 7. Let's make it the Eagle. The Eagle. We have not landed. Okay. So, our mule named the Eagle, and we are going to outfit it. It comes with a heavy laser turret, but it comes with Sidewinder missile launchers. Oh, and it comes with 2 anti-missile turrets. Let's let's replace those with laser turrets, heavy lasers, and let's replace one of the anti-missile turrets with a laser turret. That will work. Uh, Comes with a shield generator, a couple of radar jammers, ram scoop, and comes with a nucleovoltaic and a solar array for power. We can handle that. Uh, Ion reverse thruster, 16. Atomic thruster is 22. Let's give it the atomic thruster. It's got an ion thruster and yeah, let's spend 1 million and upgrade that. Upgraded steering, and let's give it a volcano afterburner. And that will necessitate some cooling. Lots of cooling. So let's do an outfit expansion and give it a couple coolers. That'll work. And yeah, that works nicely. Now let's go to our Firebird, and we've been having trouble with it keeping up. So let's give it the same treatment. And we can even add another small radar jammer. Works good. All right. There we go. And we have 2.794 million left over. Let's pay 2.5 million. Yeah, we've got almost 300,000, and got more capacity for everything. Looks good. So our job board, retrieve a package from Center. Where is Center? Clear down here. Okay, we'll take that. And here is Ildaria, where that Reynolds star is. Uh, Luna, Mars, Martini, wealthy tourists, passengers. Let's do that one. Oh, and we still have got to drop these guys off here. Let's take that delegation to Rand from Rand, where we dropped Timothy off, and they want to look at terraforming. All right. Wait a minute. We had a pirate. And, of course, doesn't show up this trip. I'd actually be happy for a bounty hunter at this point. Got enough firepower, I think, to take. Still pretty tame out here. A couple more jumps and we'll be there. Nothing. You drop off the two managers from Rand, whose names are Eric and Alaric, at the academy. While you wait for their meeting to end, you look around the lobby. The students have apparently just had some sort of science symposium, and poster boards are on display all along the walls. One of them catches your eye. The title is Affordable Terraforming Through Equilibrium Mapping. When I did work at teaching hospitals, um, I would often see in the lobbies, uh, the hallways of the hospital, uh, uh, teaching areas, that type of display. I think second year, first year, second year, maybe third year, uh, doctoral students would do these studies, and they were scientific mumbo jumbo, but they were always interesting to read. So that's very true to life as to what you would see. All right. The basic concept of the poster seems to be that instead of altering the climate of a planet through brute force, it ought to instead be feasible to use a properly timed nudge in the right direction to cause the climate to shift toward a new equilibrium point that supports greater biological complexity. This student seems to think that planets naturally want to grow more complex and support more life, but that they sometimes get stuck in less optimum states. Interesting. It's an intriguing idea. On the other hand, on the bottom of the paper, the professor has written, very poor scholarship. Do not anthropomorphize planets. I'd say that's sound advice. Just then, Eric and Alaric return, looking disappointed. No luck? They shake their heads. It would cost 15 million just to bring a specialist out for an initial consultation, says Eric. And besides, the cost of terraforming machinery and upkeep is prohibitive. I think this whole academy is just a money making racket. Uh, have a look at this poster. Maybe this student would help us. We could bill it as sort of an internship for her. Or, indeed, they gave this student a failing grade just for suggesting it could be done more cheaply. I think have a look at this poster. Maybe the student would help us. We could bill it as a sort of internship. They look at the poster. Sounds almost too good to be true, says Alaric. Hang on, I'll look her up in the campus directory. A few minutes later, he's on the phone with the student who made the poster. Her name is Amy. It turns out she is about to flunk out anyway and is more than willing to travel back to Rand with you when offered a tiny fraction of what the consultant would have received. An hour later, you meet up with Amy and arrange for her to join you on your ship before it takes off. Eric and Alaric are very excited, but you are a bit worried about the wisdom of entrusting an entire planet's future to someone so young and inexperienced, especially since Timothy's on on the planet. He might not be as grateful if she blows up the planet. Okay, so let's see how that adventure goes. We're going back to Rand, I think. Yep. Uh, let's see. Oh, and we got another family relocating to New Switzerland. We'll take them. Uh, tractor parts to Luna. Or escort the North Wind to Hephaestus in the mid-Markhab system. Pirates or bounty hunters may try to steal its cargo. Payment is 150,000. Ooh, let's take it. You meet the client, Yuka Una of Northwind Cooling, a designer of refrigeration and cooling systems. Oh no. It is well known that I am seeking buyers for a new prototype cooling system that is installed on this ship. I hope you are prepared to fend off any pirates or the bounty hunters hired by our competitors that may try to steal it. Yes, I am. We can do this. uh, boy. The only thing that would make a profit would be a small profit on medical there. So let's do that. Full complement crew. Don't. Oh, we do owe money to the bank. Oh my. We owe a lot to the bank. And we don't have a lot. Let's sell some of this because it's low profit anyway. All right. What do we got here? We got a Fury and a Firebird bounty hunter. Let's capture this bounty hunter. What is this little Navy ship flying around? Got it. All right. Bunch of pirates. That Firebird I captured was just destroyed. Wonderful. Uh-oh. My client needs to refuel. This would be a inopportune time for pirates to show up. There's that little Navy ship again. Is it following me? One more jump. Oh, Navy ship needs to refuel. We made it. Yay, team. Yuka Yuki Una thanks you for escorting the North Wind safely to Hephaestus. Before leaving to present the new prototype to syndicated systems, she rewards you with 150,000 credits. Yay. All right. Yes, that's what I thought. This is the place where you can buy this Palisade transport, which has great shields and hull and hauls 52 people. It would be a good flagship because it has 52 people, so a lot of bunks. But of course, I don't have any monies. That's a problem. Trading, sell, not much. Job board. Mining, light pirate warship, well-armed pirate fighter, well-armed pirate fighter entering the system. Let's do some of that. What got out here? The legendary Clouds is about to enter the system, locate and make detailed scans of its cargo, and bring a passenger to Sundive. 38 tons of wind. We got here. Martini and Thrall. Money over here. Let's see who's entering the system. And yeah, let's just take on those pirates from right here for right now. Alright, who's entering the system? There it is. Take it. There's the Fury. Capture that. There's that Navy ship again. Alright, let's see if the other two fighters are this direction. Nope. Let's see if they're over here. You can always sell that Fury. They're not. So, I'm gonna reload that game. Wait for that. Captures. Capture a Sparrow. Another Sparrow. And then, gotta be this way. So, those ships, and that'll give us some monies. It's like a hawk and a headhunter. $900,000. Good. Got 1.3 million. They were carrying some cargo, so that's good. Now, what do we got to take? Do not qualify for further loans at this point. So let's pay 1.2 million. Got 200,000. We still do not qualify for further loans. Let's see what other jobs we got. Got another job clear out here to New Switzerland. Looks like a lot of people are heading out there. And 2 mining jobs. Any other big jobs? Large bulk delivery to Dancer. Colonists to Arabia. 30 people. 320,000 credits. Let's take that. And we don't know what they need in Arabia, but it's very low, very low, very low, and low, 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 and medium, and medium. Good enough. Oh, we're almost out of money. Oh no, our credit rating's gonna go down. Yep, if you run out of money, they'll front you in, but your credit rating goes down. Colonists hand you 320,000, and we sell all of our goodies. We got 500,000, but we owe crew salaries are overdue. 11,000. We missed the crew salary, and our credit rating went down to 785. Who knows? And let's see. Let's take this job up to New Switzerland. Another one, and buy all of that. And that should pay well. Got a lot of 31,000, 38,000, 68,000, 58,000, 38,000, 30,000. Nice. So 700,000. And what else can we do? There's a rush order to glaze. We'll take that. And what is all of this hullabaloo here? Escort. Captain of the Dreamer 7, 150,000 credits. 29 tons of vodka. Tourist home, 11 tons of processing units. We'll take all of that. Escorting a ship. Expect to run into pirates at some point. Probably get there. Yep, here we are. so my grasshoppers drove him clear the heck and gone. That Navy ship is following us and scanning us the whole time. I think that's not good. 150,000, there we go. Trading. And another job to Rand. More passengers to the Quark planet. But we're still, let's see, what do we got here? Well-armed pirate fighter, jump away. We'll look for him. And let's go back to nope, not there. That's all right. Gotta hopefully outrun that stupid Navy. Drop off your cargo of arm slings. Say farewell to your passengers. A minute after you land, a Republic gunboat, the RNS Gannett, lands directly next to you. JJ does not approach you. You notice from your ship's logs that the gunboat has been following you. Yes, I noticed even without the ship logs, ever since you left New Wales. Before you can hand over the information, you will need to escape its pursuit. Great. All right, well, got $1 million. Let's pay. Well, let's look at the jobs available first. Oh, and I can sell this Fury that I bought or that I captured. 200,000. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if this works. All right, we're back. What am I doing? Oh, I'm looking for jobs, and I gotta lose a Navy ship. So I might as well take this. I might as well take these guys to Rand. And I think we'll hold it there once I get to Rand. 475. They need food. Trading. Buy all. Oh, sell all. Sell outfits. Buy all food. And I've got 1.2 million, so I'm going to pay $1 million. Pay extra 1 million. So now I only owe 600,000. My credit rating's back, and I can get a new loan of $500,000. Great. Here we go. A lot of pirate activity. Nothing we can do too much about. We might run into the pirate out of this system that we warned about, but we don't. Wow, those are those Inferno rockets. horrendous. That would wipe one of my interceptors out completely with just one hit. Gotta sell those, I think. On the entire return journey, Eric and Alaric have been busy showing Amy geological survey maps of Rand and asking for her ideas. The moment you land, they hurry out of the ship. I'm going to show Amy around, says Eric, but meet us at the spaceport bar later if you want to help out with whatever we do next. He hands you 140,000 credits as payment and then follows after them. Let's quick go to the spaceport and see what they're suggesting. Alaric, Eric, and Amy are having a heated conversation at a table in the bar. When they see you, Alaric says, "Okay, let's let Captain Gremlin be the tiebreaker." Oh, great. He motions for you to join them. Amy explains, based on my data, it appears that Rand once had a cooler, more moist climate, but the trouble is, it has almost no axial tilt. That means no changing seasons, explains Eric. The result is that much of the planet is very hot, but the poles are very cold. Nearly all of the planet's water has migrated to the poles and ended up frozen into the ice caps. Because the weather is so unchanging here, nothing ever prompts that water to melt and rejoin the hydrological cycle. Well, that seems impossible to fix. It's not like you can rotate a planet's axis. Of course not, she says, but what we can do is introduce a sudden variation in the planet's climate that will allow water to be distributed more evenly across the surface again. This is where Amy's plan gets a bit scary, says Alaric. I'm proposing crashing a medium sized asteroid into the ice cap, she says. If we pick the right asteroid, we can control the amount of dust that is created. The result will be a sudden influx of variability that may allow the planet to revert to a wetter, more biodiverse state. So here are our choices. This is a stupid idea and I want nothing to do with it. Or, well, if you think it will work, I'm willing to try it. Sure, I'm willing to try it. Let's crash an asteroid into the ice cap. Great, says Amy. I'll mark the asteroid on your radar. You just need to board it, install a small ion thruster, and return here. Eric contacts some spaceport workers and has them load a small thruster onto your ship, along with the equipment you will need to mount it on the asteroid. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so next time we're going to crash an asteroid into a planet. That should be fun. Thanks for playing along. And I'll see if Twitch actually recorded this one and get it posted up uh, today. Thanks. Bye.